Well, the rule is that if you lose your serve, you break back immediately. And that's not just because it's smart play, but it means that you knuckle down immediately. You didn't have a chance. Just wanting the ball person to bring his string protector. In the meantime, he already had it.
So he's 2 sets up, 2-1 up. Second double. Beautiful shot. Such a good eye.
One of the advantages of being a left-hander when you play against a right-hander is you can do that shot, and there's really nothing the right-hander can do.
So, love 30 again. Chang having to work so much harder now behind his serve. It's not dominating like it was before. The aces have dried up, the first serve winners have dried up. He's having to play rallies as good as this to survive. Well, well. Two break points for the fourth successive break of serve. No, he made an error, and deep down he knows it. Thought it was going long and realized too late. No good blaming the line judge. And well done, Marcelo Rios. Paulo Pereira doesn't overrule unless he's absolutely sure.
Well, we can't overrule now because the overrule's got to happen immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced that it was out. I agree with you. I think he misjudged in the air, thinking the ball was going to go long and didn't really watch it.
2-2. Marcelo Rios has never been ahead in a set yet. Sixth ace. The Chileans feel we might have a switch of momentum here. But then we thought that when he broke Chang a couple of times. At last, an emphatic service game. And for the first time in 5 attempts, Marcelo Rios holds his serve, and he's in front for the moment.
Wir holen sie da raus.
There's no doubt the match has altered, and it's primarily altered on Chang's serve. He's now been broken twice in a row. He couldn't drop his serve before. And Rios is feeling pretty elated.
Well, in the first set, Chang served 31 times on serve. He got for him. Since then, so in the second set and in the first couple of games of the third set, he's had 34 service points. He's only got 14 in.
Yeah.
His first serve percentage has dropped. Now, that's hurting his serve. He's dropped his serve twice in the set, and I think that's a direct reflection of that. But at the same time, let's give Rios all the credit in the world. He's been allowed to come back in, and he's taking advantage of it. He's lifted his spirits, he's lifted his play. I think we have an interesting match on our hands.
2-3, third set.
Well, I'm all for vocal support for the players, but I'm all for the vocal support for the players, not against either player. I don't like to hear noise when there's a fault.
His first ace of the set, his 12th in all. Yes. Spectacular play from the man from Chile.
Well, here he may have a little bit earlier just gone for a big winner. He was smart enough to realize that the winner wasn't there. But the backhand, the winner was there, and he took it.
Chang, for the first time in a while, winning some cheap points on his first serve.
It's a very, very heavy serve.
He seemed to pause in mid-air to get the right footwork, and it was perfect in the end.
It was a fine rally by both players, and fittingly enough, it came up with the best shot of the match, perhaps. Certainly the best shot of the rally.
Just wide. Rios with break point for his third successive break of the Chang serve.
Just wide. I'm not quite sure why Chang would have tried to play that particular drop shot at that situation.
Shot that bore no context to the way he's been playing in this game. The bug there, can't say that the bug would have distracted him. Chang out of jail. Yeah, no wonder he taps his head. Two extravagant shots. Nope. Chang had to dig deep there, and Rios really for the first time in this set just let himself down a fraction, had his chance.
But it's very, very nicely poised, this match, because suddenly they both realize that there's a match in progress. I think they both realized it in the first set, but now they really know that they have to play well to come through.
Rios, despite all the running, and he's done nearly as much running as Chang, never looks out of breath. Well, that might have been long. And for the first time, Rios does give the line judge an unhealthy stare. But look, no complaints. Very sporting. Murderous return.
One thing that both these players are doing, which is really interesting and very good, especially with the heat. Between points, they're completely relaxing. I'm not talking about they're not focusing, but they're relaxing their bodies so their lungs have a chance to recover. So often you see players who remain tense and they're puffing and blowing even during between the points, and they get tired very quickly.
Wizardry. Grueling point for Chang. Feeling the talent that Rios has.
He's having the confidence there on 2 occasions not to bother to let the ball bounce.
Oh, early call. Maybe difficult to overrule, but he was so early with the call. Swung in so late. Second double. How crucial might that call be? Well done.
You know, that was a big shot when Chang ran after it and it just touched his racket. Couldn't catch up to it at all.
Second break point. Third break of the set for Chang. No wonder Rios has a word at Paulo Pereira. Very difficult judgment overruling, isn't it? It was a poor call. Guy's so tense. Obviously, everybody around the court, such a tense moment, and he jumped in just a fraction early and didn't let it bend that last bit, which hit it onto the line. Whether I talked to David Mercer earlier on, he said the centre line off a serve is the difficult one to call.
It is. Well, all the lines are difficult, to be quite honest. The way they hit the ball, it's very, very hard. It's very close to the line very often. I agreed with you. I thought the call came a little bit too early. I like to think that the gentleman that made the call wouldn't have just pulled his eyes away having made the call. He would have looked at it again and agreed with his call, because if he hadn't have, he could have overruled himself.
Yeah.
And as it was a clean ace, then it would have been considered an ace and it would have been Rios's point. So it sometimes happens in these matches that a call, controversial, let's not say a bad call, but a controversial call sometimes makes all the difference. And someone can lose a match because they got the controversial call at the wrong time.
Let's see how he is now. He's been so accepting in this match, so accepting of Chang's indomitable moves, his brilliant play, and some calls that have gone against him. But Chang's now a break up, 2 games away from the semi-final. Can he fight back once more? Twice he's gone to break down, and twice he's fought back. He's asking too much to do it again. I think his focus might have gone. His tenacity has been faultless up to now. Chang giving him no breathing space. So Rios then serving to stay in the match, the biggest match of his life. Chang looking for his third semi-final in succession here in Australia.
Knowing full well that he is quite capable of losing his serve, you know he's going to bust everything to break.
Chang feels he might have been wrong there.
He says.
What a shot from Rios.
He stopped there, thinking that perhaps it was a double. And thus far he's doing the right thing, Rios. Got to hold his serve.
Again a line.
We'll have a good shot of it on this camera. Right on the line. There's the first of the match.
Not percentage play.
Yeah, foot fault. One a hell of a second serve.
Still in there, Rios. And whatever happens here, if Chang serves out for the match, I think Rios will be bitterly disappointed. But as an impartial observer, I admire the way he's played this game. He has been outplayed most of the way along the line, but he's been holding his head up.
I agree with you, 100%, Simon, that he worried me early on in the second set. I thought he was just going to roll over and play dead. He bounced back, and then he quickly bounced back on two occasions in this set when he lost his serve. He bounced back by breaking back immediately. So he's shown a lot of character and a lot of maturity, and we just have to repeat what we've said before. It looks like Rios is beginning to turn the corner in his own mental stability, and he's going to be an exciting player. Now, one other thing, it doesn't matter who wins or loses this match. Two things. It's been comparatively exciting, but it hasn't been a great match, but comparatively exciting. But before everything unwinds sufficiently for you to go to sleep, it's going to be at least 3 hours, maybe 4 hours for either player to fall asleep. That becomes an exceedingly late night for both players.
Yes, it's just gone 11:30 local time already now. Chang then serving for a place in the semi-final. 5-4, third set. Ace number 13. Oh, yes. 14th ace. 3 match points after an hour and just over 50 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, guys, let them play.
Well done. What composure. But so relaxed there, like a practice session.
It certainly is. It's the way he plays, isn't it? No problem to the whole thing. It's so exciting. May not win this match.
So 2 match points saved for one Chilean, and the crowd is becoming a little bit too much.
It might be interesting if Rios could just win this point. There'd be a lot of excitement in the crowd, and the old tummies would be fluttering.
A huge performance from Michael Chang. Rios outplayed by a man playing right up to peak performance. What a man he is. And if Tim Henman's watching back at home, he may feel a little bit better about it as well.
Yes, well, certainly it was a great performance, and as a Christian, he, at the end of the match, first says thank you to God, and then he says thank you to Carl, his brother, and he's a good ambassador to the game of tennis, is Michael Chang, but this is an exciting player for the future in the game of tennis.
Yes, Rios has done himself a power of good as far as the people who watch tennis is concerned. But Chang is through to his 3rd semi-final. 7-5, 6-1, 6-4.
Pete Sampras against the number 10 seed, Albert Costa of Spain, and then mixed doubles action was Australia's Nicole Bradke and Joshua Eagle. Their opponents,
so that wraps up the live matches for you. Now we go back to the recorded stuff, and quite a day it's been. Later on, we are going to show you the all-Spanish clash between Carlos Moya and the man who put out Boris Becker, and the number 14 seed Felix Mantilla. I must say, I'm amazed.
Absolutely.
Second double. Beautiful shot. Such a good eye.
One of the advantages of being a left-hander when you play against a right-hander is you can do that shot, and there's really nothing the right-hander can do.
So, love 30 again. Chang having to work so much harder now behind his serve. It's not dominating like it was before. The aces have dried up, the first serve winners have dried up. He's having to play rallies as good as this to survive. Well, well. Two break points for the fourth successive break of serve. No, he made an error, and deep down he knows it. Thought it was going long and realized too late. No good blaming the line judge. And well done, Marcelo Rios. Paulo Pereira doesn't overrule unless he's absolutely sure.
Well, we can't overrule now because the overrule's got to happen immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced that it was out. I agree with you. I think he misjudged in the air, thinking the ball was going to go long and didn't really watch it.
2-2.
Well, the rule is that if you lose your serve, you break back immediately. And that's not just because it's smart play, but it means that you knuckle down immediately. You didn't have a chance. He's wanting the ball person to bring his string protector. In the meantime, he already had it.
So he's 2 sets up, 2-1 up.